for me. I'm out here, girl. I'm back up in the street. So I don't really got time to fuss and fight no more with you. Really got time to fuss and fight no more. Why you tripping, baby? You know you is like it. Acting like you know what's up, but you ain't psychic. Told you nothing going down, but you ain't like it. I told you nothing going down when you excited. So if you want a song, go and get the one. Show me the money, get the money, let's go down, down. Break it, when we make it all, break it up, break it up, break it up, and we make it all back, then we. You out this world, need some space for me. I'm out here, girl. I'm back up in the street. So I don't really got time to fuss and fight no more with you. Really got time to fuss and fight no more. What's the problem? What's the issue? Everything I said has been true. Love you, then he ditched you. Nobody knowing what we into. Not the cause of what you've been through. I know what you can do. Why you tripping, baby? You know you ain't like it. Acting like you know what's up, but you ain't psychic. Told you nothing going down, but you ain't like it. I told you nothing going down when you excited. So if you want a song, go and get the one. Show me the money, get the money, let's go down, down. Break it, when we make it all, break it up, break it up. When we make it all, break it up.
If I gotta do it, I'ma do the most. Since they paid to see a show, got the South overflow, yeah. If I gotta do it, I'ma do the most. Watching me, they take note, raise a toast to the goat, yeah. Body be dripping and fancy, pat on my nose with that fancy. Money on me, I got plenty. 100s, 50s, and 20s. Stay fat, ladder.
Where's the camera? Turn on the fucking camera, you fuck! It is time for some sauce! Well, wow. We're about to get sauced up and full! Wait, are we live? Auto-tune. Oh shit, we are live and the camera zoomed in my face! Yeah. Hi everyone. Welcome. We're gonna get saucy today. This wasn't on the fucking cards, yeah? What happened? Ponies. What happened? CMA let you down now. You're looking so. Don't cancel me yet. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been an eventful day, yeah? It has been such an eventful day. Oh shit, we only got 76 people watching. New channel. Oh shit. Shout out to everyone in the chat. We're gonna get freaking toasty up in here, man. So, don't count your chickens before they hatch, or something to that effect. I'm not counting anything. I'm just, you know, lathering in the sauce. Listen. we Xbox guys need a little bit of a win these days. You know, it's a bit of a rough few weeks, hasn't it? Just be real. We're not like the ponies. We'll admit it. We'll admit it. Monetize the channel. I'm waiting for it to be monetized, but the CMA is blocking me. The British mother. So, European Commission, European Union, the conglomerate of European countries approved the deal. This was the big one. This is it. I said it before. If this deal failed on a European Commission and voted against it, I said the deal was going to collapse. But we're back from this freaking light is in the freaking camera. We're back from the depths of hell. Does that mean the deal will go through? I don't know, but right now I just feel like, you know, here we go. Look, it's Phil Spencer just doing what he does best. Let's go through some salt, shall we? So, for people who don't know what's going on, let me just make some memes, bro. Look, I'm new to this, okay? I'm new to managing all this shit. So, forgive me. I'm new. European Commission had just approved the deal. And Microsoft actually gave quite a few concessions. They're basically allowing... oh, wait. Where the frick is my OBS? Oh, I got it right. OBS is actually pretty chill for those people who want to learn how to stream. Bruv, so Microsoft ABK deal has been approved in Europe, and they've basically quite generously, too generously in my opinion, Microsoft has opened it up and basically give a free, not free, but free license to everyone. Obviously people have to pay for the game. COD's going to be available everywhere, Blizzard games everywhere, and I don't know, man. I feel like Xbox is giving a little bit too much, but the troll, all the responses, oh, the sweet sodium has been glorious. It has been lovely. Let me check out chat because I got so many screens here. Oh, bio, no, bio, no, bio, no, bio. I need to keep OBS up so I know what I'm looking at. Let's check out. This is the difference between the UK and the CMA. Check. I'm sorry, the CMA and the European Commission. Check this out. Let me pause the music and let you watch what this person is saying. This is shout out to Post Up, always reporting.
We had a concern about cloud gaming. Very nascent right now, but it will grow. And we saw that none of the games that we're talking about here of Activision Blizzard would be available. And that, of course, would be a concern. We were given a remedy. So a 10-year license for free for existing and coming games now to be made available. So we think that this is not only sort of solving a problem, it's also pro-competitive. And that for us is a good thing.
So that was enough to convince you on this one?
Well, it was enough, yes, because this is not about different procedures or a different sort of legal bar that you have to climb. This is about a competition concern being solved so that a merger can go on.
Is this perhaps a new phase in...
Check that out. Does that sound right to you? Oh, fuck's sake, I keep putting the gameplay Sekiro clip up. Does that sound right to you? This seems fair. What is wrong with what she has said? That is a new market, cloud nascent market, 3%. 3%, man. Are you going to kill this cloud market before it even breeds? It just seems so heavy-handed. And check the CMA's response out. This must be an uncharacteristic fashion to respond so quickly. It feels like whatever handjobs Jim Ryan was handing over the CMA, he must give great ones, because these guys defended it like it was they were on the payroll. Check this out. So our response to the EC Commission straight away, man, straight away. they had to actually edit one of the tweets because they made a mistake. But never mind. Basically, they basically said that the European Commission accepted Microsoft's proposals, and that would just replace a free, open, and competitive market. What doesn't even exist? It hardly exists. So they're going to be up for parliamentary scrutiny. What's this? The Great Greed. Oh yeah, this is the bit where they changed their tweet. I mean, that's minor here and there, but ultimately, Microsoft. It's Microsoft. That's why this deal is absolutely getting murked. It's because it's Microsoft, and the CMA just think that it's big bad Microsoft. This deal should be cancelled. On the one hand, though, now the ponies have been saying completely different things. What have they been saying? They've been just completely like, oh, it's just COD. It's not even a big deal anyway. This U-turn has been incredible. Let's go through some of these little interesting U-turns. Shout out to Fratanga, who's been working hard on overtime. Oh, Sumo. Me tomorrow when the EU blocks that shit too. Talk about things that didn't age well. What the how can you defend that? What was he going to say to that? I don't know. When I based my tweet out, bro, you know how you can see the insecurity of trolls? Just go into any of my tweets where I'm just being a dick. The EU approves the ABK deal. Just look. I haven't. Okay, there's only 3 quote tweets. 3 days later when... That's actually jokes when the FTC and CMA block it again. This guy gets some credit. Who is this guy? You do realize that the ponies are laughing at you, right? Go look at their comments. Who the fuck is this guy? I want my sushi. Geo. Lover. Fighter. I'm gonna go back. It's just too deep. It's just too deep. I just fucking... No. Yo, man. Okay, that... Okay. I'm not making fun of him. Bruv. What the fuck was that? Anyway, never mind. Look. Just say the fuck. Oh, I'm sorry. This is why I'm not allowed to live stream, man. I'm such a dick. Yo, no, man. I'm not fucked up for that, man. He just fucking came out left field, man. I just like the guy. I'm sure that guy takes the piss out of me constantly, bro. But okay. All right. Let's change tack quickly, bro. Oh man. Oh, J-Dub's been loving the freaking sauce. Oh, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to that person. I just should have laughed. You just, what the fuck? Love a fighter, and then you have that as your profile. What the fuck you doing? Just makes no sense. Check this out. Oh shit, man! I'm not prepared for this stream at all. This is not. Who's that referencing? Freaking. You have one too. Let it grow. Hey, El Greco, man. I'm not laughing. Oh shit. I can't. That fucking ruined everything. I can't do this. I can't do this. Yo, man. What is Red Dragon saying? Let's just go to this dickhead. This guy fucking chats so much shit. Let's check it out, because he's all constantly. What is he talking about? Xbox Series. Oh, there we go. 1 hour ago, he's talking about the sales of the consoles. It took Xbox One considered only 104 weeks. This means Xbox Series X is tracking. This is the UK box sales. UK box sales. What do you say about the CMA? Because this guy fucking retweeting the CMA. Of course he has. The furious Xbox fans are flooding the CMA with hateful messages. What the fuck kind of take is that? Where's your European? What's this? No. Oh, there we go. He retweeted it. And then he retweets the CMA. And then right after that, he retweets CMA slams EU approval of Microsoft Xbox Activision deal. It will not be backing down. This guy is full on PlayStation's payroll. What's he doing? This guy used to be an Xbox guy, Xbox content creator, and he switched fully. He quit YouTube and then he just became Twitter warrior. Why? What's going on? Shut the f up, Zorka87. This is not a Nintendo stream. What the fuck? Red Dragon, man. What happened to him? You know what? I want to check. J-Dub. J-Dub is one of those people that actually cracks me up, man. He is a troll that makes me laugh, man. He's a J-Dub, the funniest PlayStation. Okay, he's retweeting accolades. Where is this guy? What happened? Oh my god, he retweeted fucking Red J-Dub, man. You gotta have a little bit of class. Don't fucking... Y'all can't have it. I'm done. Oh, this is what he DM'd. Okay, what the fuck is this? Italian clowns just had a conversation with artificial intelligence, and it feels that Microsoft should go through because it would be healthy for the gaming industry. What? Stop talking to AI, bruv. What the fuck? So please stop giving these guys ammo. I know I do it with my autotune, but that is a serious post, man. Eesh. Stop giving them ammo. Stop giving them ammo. Bro, this is not how I imagined this stream. Me just laughing. I'm seeing delusional bots say just for ABK games out in Europe. Okay, that's fucking hilarious, man. J-Dub makes me laugh, man. I actually like J-Dub. He's fucking... Okay, there's Redfall. There's no defending. I'm not going to go down to Redfall shit because that is fucking terrible. 157 people. What the fuck? Thank you so much. Smash the like button if you're enjoying. This is just messy. I am just going live. I spent longer making the fucking thumbnail than I'm probably doing this. What is Nicolas? Oh, Jason Dill, you fucking G. There he is. Nick Marseille, the man without minoxidil. This guy, by the way, this guy is such a salty piece of shit. He's such a salty. He watches every fucking Xbox show. He watches our show. Let me show you what he did. And of course, he will clip this bit. And he takes it seriously. This guy lives for, like, he would sell his mum for PlayStation. And he took the, and I knew he would watch this bit, and I was fucking egging Hoggy on, knowing full well 641 likes. Everyone who liked this just got triggered by Hoggy's pretty
PlayStation
raw,
makes these movie games.
Pretty raw opinion, which is brilliant. I love it, Hoggy. That's it. Don't back down. This is what Hoggy said.
Look, PlayStation makes these movie games, so you can watch those, right? That's fine. Nintendo makes games. Games are not meant to be watched. They're meant to be played. And that's the difference. So when you're watching Gaz, you're failing at the exact thing you're supposed to do with video games. You're not supposed to watch it, you're supposed to play it. Okay? And that is why PlayStation games...
Oh my god, he's got 119 quotes. These are going to be all sad. Okay, he's telling the truth. Nintendo's better than PlayStation. Oh shit. What a baffling take. This is the kind of shit people should just play games for themselves. Oh my god, who's this guy? I love PlayStation games because they have the most fluid, brutal, satisfying gameplay. Isn't this that racist guy? Yo, the amount of salt this guy had. And then, oh, you got fucked though. He always gets fucked. Mick must say, you love getting fucked, no Vaseline. This is what he says. How big a super chat did Hoggy? Because Hoggy is one of the most generous people in this space. He is. We don't get anything from it. Like, he gives the codes out online and super chats. Fair enough. But he mostly his codes he's giving out to the community all the time on different platforms. And this guy is such a salty, sad piece of shit. He called out Hoggy. He goes, "How big a super chat did he give you to be allowed on the show and vomit this kind of bile?" Bile, bruv. This is his opinion on video games, you sad, bald mother. He's like, "No wonder you're fraudulent ass." How is my ass fraudulent? Because I had him on the show. What the fuck? Not as much as the and I just replied with not as much gallons of semen you drank. Let me He goes, look, what is this insult? Nick, just don't do it. You blocked me for a reason. You're probably safer. Now you say, I don't know what Xbox is giving you to swallow, but that screech sounds like you're the one who could use cum. What is that? When was semen been an antidote for deeper voice? Is that how you got your voice deeper? Probably. And then I just murked him with that end comment. He's such a melt. There's some people who just melt in this space. And I know you're watching it in the background. Why are you such a dick? Why do you suck PlayStation's cock from the back? Why? All the time. All the time. It's so crazy. He's so defensive over it. But I'm grateful for him, because if people like him didn't exist, life would be boring in the salt mines. It's so good. So good. Listen, hey, this is the Septic Source stream. Why do you think I didn't have this on Game On Daily? Because it's going to be out of pocket, man. Oh, shit. Yeah, bro. Of course the thumbnail's going to be mad. Yo, I always make him mad because he's such an easy target. He's just, what can you do? It's wild out in these streets. So, what does this mean? What does it mean? Is Microsoft going to just get this deal done? It's still hard. It's still hard, by the way. If you think this deal is going to go through like easy peasy, this is a very hard battle. But did I not say a few weeks ago that you're going to get... Invite him on the show. You want me to invite him on the show, Dazwell? Are you mad? Well, I might invite him to Septic Source like a one-on-one. Here I can do anything. Game On Daily, you must be joking. You must be joking. Yeah, but basically, this deal is going to be tough. You're going to hear about this for a long time. This is going to be a long time coming. Oh, shit, what am I doing? Where's the music? Let me play some. Yeah, it's going to be a long, boring slog. The EC Commission passing it is a big point in its favor. Europe has approved the deal. With the FTC, what does that mean? The FTC, in my opinion, is going to, even though it's going to litigate and the FTC's made its position clear, I think the US will buckle hard. It's the CMA that you need to be worried about. But then Rishi Sunak has come back. And this literally came out last week. Yeah, late last week, to say that they're going to make fundamental changes to the way the regulators work and steer them. That's the word, steer regulators. How that affects this deal, I don't know if it's going to go through or not. I don't know. Boomer Ben says the EU decision will certainly embolden Microsoft. They'll go all the way for sure now. The important thing is the line has been held. The base teacher, shout out. King David was funny for that, man. You won't go, yeah, it won't go through easily, but at the least the announcement was a win. Yeah, it was a win, and Microsoft needed it, because if this didn't go through, Microsoft would have walked away. And there's still probably considerations about walking away from this deal. It's crazy. It's crazy. This deal is mad. 79 billion or wherever that is. It's mad. You guys want Nicola? Do you think I should invite Nick Marseille to this? I'm sure he would accept it. And I would just verbally just assault him. But it'll be fun. He's not I don't know. He's just a bit of a weird guy. Let me bring some value to this stream. I don't know how to invite you. This is on, not on StreamYard. This is on OBS. I need to figure that out. I need to figure it out. Oh, man. I'm sorry, man. I just needed to do a quick live stream to talk about it. This was hype back into Xbox going into the showcase. Oh. I don't know about that. I'm very dubious about Microsoft's performance potentially on the showcase. Zorka's in the chat, guys. How the frick do I do that? Zorka, I need you on Discord. Then I don't have an overlay. Actually, let's get Discord. Let's get Zorka in here. Zorka, you scatamalagas, where are you on Discord? Zorka in the chat. I see you. How do I call you? Sorry, people. This is a very ad hoc stream. I'm just gonna learn my way, build my system. I'm just trying to figure out how to do all this. So, like, literally on the fly. I just came back from work and thought, boom, let's just do some things. Bro, how the fuck do I call you, Zorka? Bro, where are you? Alright. Hey, fuckface. Yeah, I see you. Alright. If I start a video call... Alright, let's try it, people. How do I turn that off? Let's stop that sound. Answer the call, you shit.
Skata malaka.
Yo, what you saying, G?
I say.
What you say?
Look at it.
Come
the
on,
chat
man.
wanting Zalker in here.
Zorka,
Look at the
in
chat.
here.
Can they hear me?
Oh shit! I just I'm sure they can. This is what I do to Zorka. I send him pictures of me on the toilet.
He sends me pictures of him making his videos.
Fuck you. Can you guys hear him? Can you guys hear Zorka? Let me know if you can't. But you should be able to.
I want to make sure they can hear me.
Yeah, they can.
Oh, they can. Look at you.
Oh shit! Well, I didn't do
Hey, look
anything.
at us.
I hope they
The
can't.
Tala's in the house.
What the fuck happened to the screen?
I don't know, but it looks fucked up like it had a seizure.
Shit. Oh, you know what? It's because I have OBS and camera on. What the fuck? Because I've got camera.
Dude, look at your purple face. How creepy that is, bro.
That's kind of cool,
Holy
actually.
shit.
I feel like I've taken some
Is it, though?
shrooms.
Jesus.
Wait. Hold on. I've got to be able to fix this.
Look at the Skata malaka.
What? I can't fix this. This is so weird. Oh my god, the purple versions of me look fucking creepy.
Fucking creepy as shit, dude. Look at that. Somebody screenshot that shit. Please screenshot it, send it to me. The purple of him laughing looks like he was a fucking poltergeist.
Yo, what is going on? Oh shit. This is weird.
And now there's all the overlay with your battery and shit. What the fuck is going on?
Oh, yeah, sorry, that's my camera. Bro, I don't even know how to fix this. Wait, hold on. What the fuck do I do? Hold on.
My Twitter DMs are open. Send me the purple fucking gas right now.
Bro!
And then we gotta send it to Colt to make memes.
Yo, this is going crazy. Sorry, chat. This is so messy. I don't know what to do. I don't know
either.
This.
It's creeping me out.
Wait.
Don't worry about it. We could talk. You know, I'm here to help you because
Well,
you were
let's do
just
it this
flapping
way.
around.
Let's just do it this way. Well, fuck it. So
Fuck
what
it.
are you thinking? Zorka, talk to us, bro. Is this the light at the end of the tunnel for Microsoft? Are you... It's been a bit of a shit fucking few weeks for Xbox, no?
Dude, it's been really bad, right? Like, you think about it, they've been taking a lot of fucking hits in the face. Like, everybody was like, the CMA's passing it. I love Tim Dog, but he was in the streets fucking drinking beers and having fun, think it's gonna pass, and the CMA was like, nah, bitch, block. And I said this before on RDX. I said this everywhere. I said, this bitch is just a roller coaster. Right now, it goes up and down, up and down, up and down. And right now, it's an up. The EU basically approving it is huge.
Yeah.
And that's it. And now we're gonna see what the CMA does, see what the FTC does. They're probably gonna strong arm some shit, but the EU one passing is fucking massive. I think if the EU blocked it, I'm telling everybody, it would have been crazy. It would have been crazy. Everybody has sent me. I'm going to my Twitter. They sent me the purple gas.
Shut up, TZ. Go in the chat.
I fucking got it. Dude, I got 6 fucking DMs.
I've just put Phil Spencer fight in freaking.
I love it.
Hero.
Thank you guys for the DMs, because now I can skata malaka this piece of shit.
Bro, I don't even know what to do with this camera, bro. Oh man. Fuck it. We'll figure it out.
Oh my god, this is great.
So
but yeah, what do you? I mean, I made a video about it today saying that I don't think this is the biggest, like, there's more hurdles to come, right? They got to get through CMA, they got to get through FTC and some other stuff, and I'm sure it's gonna take a little bit longer, but this is a massive step in actually getting this shit done, and that's all I care about. At the end of the day, I said it in my video, I said it everywhere, we just don't care anymore. I'm fucking done with it. I want to move on. I don't care if you block it, you pass it, don't care. Just move on.
The more it goes on, the more I am just not I don't really have the appetite for ABK. It's just like 70 billion is a lot of money, Zorka. They could have put that money on something else. Like, okay, do you agree? You know, Hagi got so much beef. He calls it. You love it. You love it.
I love Hargi, bro. Hey, by the way, watch me and Hargi. We about to pop off on something on our own with our homie Shady. You fucking malaka.
Announce it. Announce it.
I mean, I've already announced it on RDX and my channel. We're getting a podcast together, and you just see what happens. We're getting some shit together. Finally starting one on my own, because I want to. It looks fun. I mean, if Gaz can do it with that piece of shit Asa, I can do it.
I can do it on my own with this shit camera.
I know. If I can look like a poltergeist, I made it.
Are you gonna announce the name of the stream?
I want to wait till we get some of the graphics done, which, as you guys know, everybody knows Sean Labrie. He's the man. He's working on that right now. He's out there. He's doing it, and he's good people. So I'll wait for that to come out.
Fair enough. I mean, I know the name. It's a cool name. It's gonna be a messy one. You, Shady, and Hoggy. It's gonna be.
And can I say, Hargit's breaking out of his fucking shell coming out, because I've seen Hargi trending like twice or 3 times now with some of his takes, and people are like, he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. And I'm like, damn, bro, like high pitched over there.
Oh man, he's a messy cat, but we love him for it. We love him.
Yeah, I love the guy, man. And his take, I saw it where he was basically saying, actually tell me the take that you're talking about. I want to make sure we're talking about the right thing. And yeah, you know, like what was Hargit's take?
Well, you're not gonna like it because you've been loving Ragnarok. He goes, my PlayStation makes movie games. They just make games where you don't play them, you watch them. Whereas Nintendo, they make games you play. Shout out Huggy. Chani, where's Huggy? Huggy should be. Huggy's not here, is he? We'd love to get him on. But yeah, the Huggy just went raw against PlayStation. And I was just egging him on. I mean,
he did. He went fucking dark, bro. He sat there like Anakin with Dooku on the ground and beheaded a motherfucker. He was just like, do it. And he did it. Like, Hargit's going hard in the paint because he's finally expressing like what a lot of people are like thought about. And Hargit's just like, you know what? I'm going to vocalize it. Fuck it. And that's the truth, right? Like, I love PlayStation games. I beat Ragnarok on Saturday. I had a freaking blast doing it. And yeah, there were times where I put my fucking controller down and it ran, like it turned off by itself because the cutscene was so long. I'm not joking. The ending of it especially. I'm not joking. The ending especially. There was like a lengthy cutscene where I was like, yo, bust out.
Wait, one second. We're just gonna get Huggy in the chat.
Oh, you cut me off in the middle of my speech.
I didn't realize Discord would do that. You just
You fucking piece of work.
Oh, bro,
Here
I
comes
need to
Huggy.
fix this camera. It's so messy. Huggy's not accepted the call, but I'm sure he'll
Don't
get
fix the camera. Don't fix the camera. It's perfect. This is what every time you should stream. Basically, I'm having a seizure looking at it. Like, just leave it this way.
Huggy didn't accept it, but he wants to jump in, but I told him.
Charlie Hustle with the "you guys corrupted Hargeet." Yes, we fucking did.
Yes, we
Yes,
did. He
we
was such a
did.
good boy before. He was such a nice,
You know what? He
subdued guy. It
wasn't-
didn't take much to get him out of his shell. Bobba
I
is
love Hargeet.
asking what day you're gonna do your podcast, Zorka. Do you want to tell him, or do you want to keep that secret?
Yeah, let's just say, okay, you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna be called the Zealots of Gaming, ZOG, and hopefully when everything gets set, because I want to get some of the production behind it, obviously with Sean Labrie and a bunch of other stuff. Hopefully we get to start either next week or the week after, but it's going to be on Thursdays at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's the
just
time we have
announced the
picked
name.
out.
Ooh.
I did. I announced that. I don't give a shit, man. We're here to go. I'm here to go. I'm here to roll with it. I'm really looking forward to getting. I know a lot of people might not, whatever, but Shady is my boy, and he has some takes that I fucking love. Always have, and I think he's gonna come in firing because Shady's been hibernating for fucking way too long. He needs to get in it.
Let
So,
him get
I'm
saucy.
ready for it.
Let him get saucy.
He'll get saucy as fuck to the point where I'm gonna be pulling my neck collar and be like, "Yo, Shady, calm the fuck down," and he's gonna be going.
Wait, let me play this. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it, Zorka, but I'm going to play it to the chat. Oh, shit. As I was about to do that, look who's in here. It's Huggy. Shout out Huggy, man. How you doing, bro?
All right. How's it going?
I'm good, man. I'm trying to get this full screen. How do you do full screen on Discord so you can see all the cameras? There we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. You don't have to see my messed up camera. You can.
You mean your fucking purple face?
Yep.
Fucking weirdo. But the CMA concluded that cloud gaming needs to continue as a free competitive market to drive innovation. Activision merger is bad for gaming. Bitch.
What do you think about that, eh? What's the source saying? Talk to us.
Who, Zaka or me?
You, bruh. You brought the source, bruh. Did you know how
Oh,
hey,
man.
I know you're not on social media, you piece of
Oh,
Do you know how many people got mad on your PlayStation games take? It was hilarious. But
Yeah. Well, I mean, whatever. I mean, I didn't
Leave it like
intend
that.
for people to get pissed off. I was trying to troll Asa, but
Yeah, I
apparently
know.
that became a big deal, right?
yeah, I
But,
know people did
you
took
know,
it out of
but
context.
whatever. I mean, people get pissed off. They get pissed off. That's beyond my ability to handle. I can't do much about that. If they're, I hope that doesn't cause them real harm in their real life. Please calm down out there. But anyway,
Damn.
I mean, I don't know what's happening in these people's lives, right? So
Nick Marseille is
this
definitely
why-
hurt. He was crying.
It's all they got, Hargeet. It's all they got, and you attacked the game.
that's the
I don't
case,
want to hear
then
it.
that's-
And you defended it with a
bad.
12 FPS, rigid-looking game that was made on freaking a Game Boy from 1995 in Breath of the Wild 2 DLC. I'm sorry, Tears of the Kingdom.
What? It's such a good game, you piece of shit. It's
You see what I
such a
mean? Like this is, and so we troll each other, right? Zaka was doing that in the chat, so he's like, "Oh, you know that God of War Ragnarok? What a piece of shit!" This was all intended to be fun, but apparently they didn't get the message that it's supposed to be fun. This is all
bro,
video games.
they're
are supposed to have fun.
ponies
Right,
will
anyway.
always they'll take it to their grave, man. These guys can't. They have no chill. Let them fucking cry.
But anyhow, but as far as this thing, look, I'm still not understanding what they're talking about as far as the cloud So how many how many IPs are there in gaming? Like thousands, tens of thousands. So Microsoft might have 200. Okay.
Did I just break stuff? I think I just broke stuff. I broke it. Am I still alive? I think I broke it.
Or watch Master Cheeks. Go ahead, right? Go ahead and so put out stuff that you
I watched
people
that
wanna watch
episode
and
8
just go,
times.
Like,
I don't
make
wanna hear your
streaming service
shit.
work. But that's exactly it. Like they got customers. Like it's like, how is it a problem if Microsoft can put stuff out on their cloud? First off, I think the entire cloud thing is stupid. But putting that aside, I just don't even understand the argument, right? It's not like it's a platform. Your device is your device. It's your cell phone, your computer, your TV, whatever it is. it's your device. You can choose to go to NVIDIA. You could choose to go to, what was it? N-Wave? Is that the new one they did?
Yeah.
Time out, Hargy. Did Gaz
Cloud. I don't
did Gaz
understand.
Thanos the fucking stream? Like he fucking snapped and killed everything. I see him clicking live on stream, not knowing what he's doing. This is why he's not a PC master race user. I can see the fucking stupidity happening on screen. This is like watching my grandma use the computer. Holy shit, Gaz.
But anyway, so like, this is where I am. I don't know what they're even talking about. I kind of understand the idea of letting the market do its thing and offering content. Fair enough, fine. I still don't get it because this is not a lot of content, right? Out of the massive amount of content that's out there, you would say maybe the stuff coming from Sony or Nintendo is far more valuable, and that's not going anywhere, right? That's not being streamed to anything. Mm-hmm. So why is that not coming into this mix? Right? Is that not a big deal? Microsoft's the one giving their stuff to everybody. Why is that something you need to penalize? I don't understand that. Right? I just the entire mindset there just feels more like, and it's just my gut, that they just didn't like Microsoft buying somebody. That's it. And the numbers were too big, and they're like, no, you can't do that. And that's just not a valid thing. You're supposed to look at the market, look at the, this is the underdog, big time underdog, trying to say, I want to compete with the person that's totally walking away with the entire market. Well, how do I do that? Well, I need to do something big, right? And they're saying, well, fine, we'll go buy this and try to compete. Nope, you can't do that. Well, what do you mean? Like on something that isn't even a market? Like, what?
Yeah. Well, that's the European Commission said it was like 3%. Nobody. So this is the thing where CMA is saying 60%, and
they're saying they own 60% of the cloud market based on how many Game Pass Ultimate subscribers
let's chill for a second on that. I don't think the cloud is just the cloud gaming market, because the EU has done some offshooting now, right? They're looking at Microsoft Azure servers as a monopoly now. Like they're investigating that now outside of this. So that's what I think they're a little worried about. They're investigating that shit, and that's what they talked about a lot of. And they brought it up now, and even a lot of the people that, reporters that actually know what they're talking about are reporting this, that the EU's looking into this now. So it's not even the gaming, it's just the cloud services in general is what they're worried about. And this cloud service does expand if they get Activision Blizzard, which makes this shit even more boring and makes me want to slit my throat, because I just want this to be over with.
Well,
do we know what the exact complaint is there?
No, they were just posting that they're investigating it. There's no probing yet. That's what they said. There's nothing yet, but they are looking into it now. The EU is.
Oh my!
So it's very preliminary. It's very preliminary, but this is a Microsoft problem, not an Xbox problem, right?
Yeah. Well.
So here's what it says.
Putting your picture of you in the toilet up there. That's literally daily pictures I get from this piece of shit human.
So this is what they say. CISPE has alleged that Microsoft's new contractual terms imposed on October 1st, together with other practices, are irreparably damaging the European cloud computing ecosystem. This is not gaming at all. This is just Microsoft's cloud versus Amazon's cloud versus Google's cloud. And that's what they're alleging. So something in their contract terms maybe is exclusionary, right? So this would be EA, like your enterprise agreements with Microsoft, that maybe they give you much better contract terms if you do exclusive to Azure, which, by the way, most of these companies do. That's the way it is. If you do exclusive to Amazon, they give you better rates. That's pretty common practice. So I don't know what the actual thing is here. It may be bunk, right? But that has nothing to do with cloud gaming. So this is just in general cloud. So that's a totally different thing. But in general cloud, both Amazon and Azure have cloud services available to gaming. I'm pretty sure Google does as well. So that's an option for people to use. But there's others out there too, like Ubitus that was in Japan. They do back-end cloud stuff as well.
There you go.
So do you think this is going to put pressure then, Hoggy, on the CMA to...
I mean, like, listening to all the ancillary things that are going on, right? The Prime Minister of the UK is pushing to change things, and then apparently the head of the CMA is talking to Parliament tomorrow about specifically the ABK Microsoft deal. I don't know what that means. I'm just saying that that's something that's happening. It's kind of abnormal. The UK PM put out all this information about what he's changing on LinkedIn of all platforms, not to the media, not to even Twitter, but to LinkedIn, which is not exactly a normal place to put it, but it is owned by Microsoft. So you might say that there's something going on there. Mm-hmm. Again, these are all just hints. I don't know if anything will come of it, right? But at some point you have to say, okay, look, what you came up with is very easily mitigatable, especially since the EU is going to be watching anyway. Yeah. So you don't really have to do much. You could just say, if the EU complains, we're going to go and look at that as well and ding you as well, right? I mean, they don't have to do anything. Like, EU is taking the hit. Like, it just seems pretty simple. Plus, again, cloud. Really, cloud. Who cares? It's cloud.
You don't even think cloud is going to go anywhere. Dude.
It's not. It's just a useless gimmick. It's just like VR. It's a gimmick. It's just not going to go anywhere. Right? People want it to go somewhere, but I just don't see the market. Like, I'm just looking at how things are progressing, and by the time it may even be useful, it's going to be supplanted by the fact that your devices are so powerful they can just run everything locally. And so right now is the perfect time for cloud to do anything it wants to do, and it's not going anywhere. Nobody's buying it. Nobody's doing it. It's just not a thing. Like, it has such a small market share. It's not going to expand. It's just not. People prefer to have the device, right? If you're going to do this in a location where it's, they're poorer and they can potentially start accessing things, well, they'd have to have a data center, and that data center isn't going to be there, right? Because they're poor, right? The data center would be wherever there's affluence. That's just the way it is, because the data center has to support itself. And so you need massive companies to support that data center to be there. And so that if you have that kind of company, around you, that many companies around you, the people there are going to be pretty well off. So they're going to be able to buy a console, right? And that's just the way it is. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is, right? And latency is not going to change. It's the distance traveled, and it's speed of light. We don't know how to go faster than the speed of light, so we're stuck with that. It is what it is. So speed of light is the fastest we know how to go. If somebody's figured out physics beyond that, now we're talking something beyond Einstein, good luck. Go figure out what that is and let us know. That'll be 50 years if that even happens, right? So I don't know how we're going to get past that, right? So it's just the realities of how it is. So I don't see a market, because by the time that may even be something, your devices are going to be ridiculous. Just consider this: your phone today is 10 years ago. We had the 980 NVIDIA 980. That was about a 3.5-ish T-flops. Is that right? I think that's about the number. That's what you have in your phone today, right? That's what you have in your phone today. Now imagine 10 years from now, what is your phone going to have? It's going to have a 4080. It's going to have that much power. Just think about how much power that is. And you're like, oh, you know what? I need to go to cloud. Why? Yeah. What would you gain by doing that? You have the power in your freaking hands. Like, why would you care? Right? Yeah. There's just no market. I just don't see it. I don't see how that would actually be a thing. You would be able to play, and anybody who wants to play a game in an area where you're not as affluent, you'll take the experience at a lower level. You don't need to have 80 T-flops. You'd be happy with 10. It's fine. Right? The games, like the Series S is 4. That's about the phone right now. Like, it's
shit.
I don't know
shade at the Series S, so your phone is better.
Well, I mean, it's getting there, right? And so look, the Series S will give you more consistency because it's plugged into power, to actual electrical socket, right? But ultimately, it's there. We're kind of there. In a couple of years, you're going to have enough power portably. Think the Rogue Ally is coming out in next month. 8.6 teraflops, 8 cores, 16 threads. It's a Zen 4, AMD's RDNA 3. It's got the same power plus on the consoles have. You pretty much have a PS5 in your pocket, in your freaking hands. It's like right there. Like, that's crazy. Okay. What's it going to be 2 years from now? What's it going to be 3 years from now? 5 years from now?
Look, a lot of it is speculative. I'm not saying that you're wrong or right. Microsoft does believe in the cloud, but whether or not that will play out, I don't know. I mean, these guys, I assume would have done.
I don't know if they do. Looking through what Phil Spencer's been saying, I don't know that they do. He's saying basically it hasn't panned out. It may pan out in the future, but right now it hasn't panned out. That's what he's saying. So,
I mean, all this.
Can I just say something really quick?
Yeah.
I like what you said, Hargeet. I like what you said, Hargeet. I love everything you said, but the entire time I couldn't stop looking at Gaz's face because he is so uncomfortable with what's happening with his camera that I can tell that he's looking at it.
What is going on?
I can tell he's looking at it because his facial expressions, he's like uncomfortable. He's like, "What the fuck
It's
is
so
happening?
annoying.
Why do I look this way? I look
I'm
like a
trying
piece
to
of shit."
figure it out.
Look at him! Look at him! Like, look
I don't know if it's
posted
cool
it.
or if it's just. It does kind of look nice, but I'm halfway. Like it's shit.
I'm
it looks
halfway
nice.
to a seizure, and I've already posted it to our friends in the DM, so we're gonna meme the shit out of you.
Oh man. Okay, can we just forget the CMA talk for 1 second? Look, this deal, whether or not it goes through, we'll see. But I love the thumbnail I used for it. It triggered so many people. I was gonna ask you, like, generally the state of Xbox. Microsoft getting all these studios, is that something that gives you any confidence when? To me, it appears like they're really struggling to even manage the ones that they have. And they really have a lot to answer for regarding ZeniMax. And
I've talked about this a lot, man, and I get what you're saying. And I will say that Redfall, I kind of don't put the blame on Xbox. I put it on Bethesda. Bethesda for a long time has been kind of like, like games didn't sell that well. Fallout 76 was fucking lambasted, and then they fixed it and made it better. And then you look at the new Wolfenstein that had co-op. A lot of people shit on that game. So Bethesda, before Xbox even got in there, was a little bad. And I think Xbox trusted them a little too much and gave free reign to Arcane, because all Arcane did was make 80 meta AAA games that people played but didn't buy a whole lot of. And that is just a fact. And that's hard to hear for people, but for the longest time, it was that. Now, the games I will put on Xbox that I'm looking at, that I'm like, hey, this is where I'm going to start questioning to you, is not just Halo, because that was the first domino to fall where you're like, okay, you're fixing it, I get it, but fuck, you messed it up. Yep. Now I will say it's Avowed. It is the other games coming from Xbox Game Studios under Matt Booty. And I'm talking about those games like Avowed, In Exile, the thing from Fable with Playground, what's happening with the Coalition. All these things have had a lot of turnover and change, and new endeavors they're going down. That's what I will judge. That's what I will look at. Now, as for Bethesda, I'm going to start judging them a little bit harsher because time is going forward and they're more ingrained in it. So I want to see what they do. And they even said that they're still integrating together. So I want to make sure that everything goes well. But if these games that are coming out in the next year aren't popping off, then yes, there's something wrong internally. And then I get even more afraid because Blizzard's my favorite developer of all time, but when you look at what Blizzard's done,
been having problems on its own, right? But
well, Blizzard has more political problems. But if you look at the games they're bringing out, if they look at the games they're bringing out,
generally
like
good, yeah.
WoW's killing it right now with the new expansion. People love it.
Yeah.
A lot of things are going on that games are really coming out a little bit polished. And Diablo 4, after the beta, I have full confidence in it. I put 40 hours in the fucking beta, so I am ready. I'm ready to see what happens.
40 hours in the beta. Wow.
Bro, I played every class, got them to 25, did the world boss, everything, bro. You don't understand, bro. When it's Blizzard and it's Diablo and anything Blizzard, I'm there. You're not even seeing me when it was fucking StarCraft, where I was basically a hermit piece of shit in the corner playing these games. Like, I don't care.
So I'll add to that a little bit in that I agree with what Zocker's saying is essentially, yes, ZeniMax came in. I still don't agree that I can, excuse it. I don't think that's the case. Phil
no, there's no
owns
excuse.
it. He has to take ownership of it, but I do understand that they didn't really I guess bring them into the fold, right? They just they trusted, and this is the whole point of bringing in established studios and publishers that know what they're doing, was that hey, we're going to trust you because you know what you're doing, you've done this before. And apparently that's not good enough. And there's also the fact that ZeniMax on its own might publish games in a different manner than when they're part of a first-party platform, right? So they may not care as much that it has to be perfect and all that, but Xbox will have to, just because they're Xbox, right? So it's going to put pressure on them. That's the way it is. I'm okay with it if I see the change, right? If Phil now gets, hey, it's nice that these people know what they're doing, but that doesn't mean enough. I have to actually set up a structure to make sure these studios are brought into our culture, brought into our system, and understand what we expect, and then how they can get resources when they need them, right?
How much time are you going to give them? How much time? Because a lot of people are saying Starfield is the one. If they fuck up Starfield, then they've messed up everything.
Now,
and I think that's
Phil
fair.
Said he said, he sent people to, Bethesda Game Studios to actually work through that with them, right? Let's hope that means that they've done that, right? I don't know, but I think this is something that is a lesson learned that they have to start doing. How much longer am I going to wait? I'm with Zocker. The ones that they bought before, they had better have already done that. That's like 2018, 2019. It's been well long enough at this point. They should know what is expected of them, right? So I hope they understand, and I hope they understand what resources are available, right? For ZeniMax, okay, that's been a year or two. Fair enough, but
and ZeniMax is a much bigger entity on top of that.
Fair enough. But I think that needs to happen now with each one of the studios. They need to go through that with them and say, okay, well, here's the standards we're expecting. If you need to deviate, you need to talk to us and figure things out, right? And they shouldn't have been shocked at 30 frames per second. That should have been something they knew last summer, right? Not a few months before it's actually launching. That shouldn't have been something Phil learns then.
And to be quite honest, that's actually one of the things I didn't like about what Phil said, was he said that we had a different standard because it's first party and Xbox and Microsoft, and they're going to be harsher. To me, it's like, no, because your standard of first party games, while I understand a lot of people like Gears of War and all that, there is also a lot of 60 metas in there and 70 metas. So that shouldn't be an excuse, so to speak.
Not first party. They don't do their first party has been really good up to now. The Redfall is the first time they really stumbled. A lot of the second party deals, unfortunately, have had those, like a Crackdown or something like that, right? Where somebody
I'm saying like Sea of Thieves, stuff like that. Even though I love Sea of Thieves and it's to me one of the best games to come out last generation, new IP wise. I know, but I'm just saying stuff like that.
Yep.
I just saw you play a game. Do you have Nintendo? This piece of shit on the screen.
Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Oh yeah.
Oh fuck! I keep going.
Hell yeah.
Oh man.
Tears of the Kingdom.
It's such a good game. Can you just tell this piece of shit that it's such a good game?
It won't matter. Look, people just have their mindset made up. It is what it is. You can't sell people in a game. It just is what it is.
I want to
if they can't figure it out, they can't figure it out. Like, I don't know how to it literally is the best franchise as far as ratings, as far as but it's just not,
of course it's super biased. I get it. Like, people love it. Yeah. Like, has nostalgia.
I guess it's just like saying God of War is great because you have a bias. Like, okay, great. Like, you might.
Well, I didn't say God of War is one of the best franchises because it's ranked. I say for me it is. Now, Zelda for you is one of the best franchises. I understand that it's highly rated.
Right?
Yeah, that's fine. Ratings and all. That's all cutesies and stuff. But so was Red Dead Redemption 2, one of the most overrated games ever, which is higher rated than this.
Wow. Oh, damn it. Ooh,
this is what we're into, right? There's no winning with this kind of thing, so it's just not even worth talking about.
No, because I'm a piece of shit. Because I'm a piece of shit, and I'm not gonna let anyone win.
I just don't like games.
No,
some people want to watch the world burn.
Yeah, well.
Yes.
Look.
So
no one's.
This isn't even a hard puzzle. You're ducking through lasers like a bitch ninja. Can you hurry up?
This is, the puzzles in this game aren't like this. Like, this is like one. They're so good. They use different shapes, and you're
really bad at this game. Like, you're not jumping when you're supposed to. Like, you're hitting the thing. You've died 5 times.
There's 237 people. I feel guilty even playing this while I'm doing it. Let me just go back.
You're multitasking?
Yeah. Zorka, you coming to the Hague Tribunal for your crimes? What the fuck?
What does that mean?
I don't know what's going on. Red Dead is better than Diablo. Wow.
The first one, maybe. The second one,
yeah.
What's that? You mean second Red Dead Redemption?
I thought the story was pretty good for RDR2, but
I don't care about a story. I can read a book. I want gameplay, and the gameplay sucked.
But that's universal through most of the Rockstar games, right? Their gameplay is kind of, it's just different.
Well, it's just a slower kind of grind. Like, even GTA 5, I loved it. But if you go back to
it's not even a slower grind. Just Red Dead 2's game sucked.
The
gameplay was bad.
Like, it's,
I mean, I tend to agree with the gameplay was bad because I hated the controls. It really annoyed
it's
me every
very
time I was playing it.
slow. It's
Or
like,
when your horse took your
Weird.
weapons.
Control structure was weird and like it just didn't feel
I was a
right.
I was a weird motherfucker in the game. I'd kill people, throw them in a wagon, and take the bodies and throw it at people in the town. Like, but it didn't matter because like the body, I'd kill somebody in like the middle of the forest and no one's there. Then all of a sudden I'm wanted 3 counties over and 17 states down. I'm like, what? Like, how did you know I did this? It's a stupid game.
I think the
But either
attention
way,
to
I
detail of that studio is amazing. But yeah, anyway, look,
It is.
we've-
That's true. That's true.
when do you think the PlayStation's event is rumored to take place in a few weeks, maybe beginning of June?
Yeah, next week, right?
Next
I think
week?
it's supposed to be next week. It's supposed.
Yeah,
to be
it's supposed to be the 25th. Yeah, if people say the week of the
Is it already
25th,
the
that's next
25th?
week.
Fucking hell,
Yeah,
the
dude,
time's
it's
going
the
so
25th
quick.
next week.
Time's going
God
so
damn,
fast.
dude, you need to stop hanging out with
Yeah,
purple and
not that
green
far off,
guys.
dude. A couple of weeks after that, we get this, the Xbox One as well. So
I hope PlayStation go first because it'd just be fun for them to
Yeah.
go. Like,
I mean, I talked about this before, and I talked about it. So I'm gonna give credit to Shady because me and him had a conversation privately about this. We basically, hopefully, we get the podcast going before that. But one of the things that we talked about was every single time, Sony went last. And it was almost as if, and this is directly from Shady, this is almost as if it's like E3 doesn't happen until Sony gets their show off or something like that. Like, until this show, this is the main event. And that's what it always felt like. This is the main event. And for them to want to or plan to go first, I think is a telltale sign that they feel whatever we have, Xbox isn't going to top. Whatever we're about to fucking show to people, it's going to be insane. And I think they have a massive show planned. And people are, I don't think even Sony fans are ready for what's about to show, especially if they go first. I think that they're going to go off because they haven't had a show in a year and a half or almost 2 years now.
Yeah,
they haven't had a legit show.
Long time.
Everybody, and the rumors were, hey, last year, the developers told Sony, we are not ready to show anything. We need more time. Sony's like, no fucking problem. We're going to get 8 months. We'll just go around the time of E3. So now they had that, and they're ready to show. And I think it's going to be a fucking banger of a show. And as a gamer, I'm just excited. I don't give a fuck about Pony, Xbox. I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
I care about good games.
I'm definitely.
I'm excited, and I want it to be Xbox
Sony-
being like, shit.
Yeah, exactly. See, you got the right mentality there.
that's the part I'm not so sure about, right? I know Sony's gonna knock it out of the park.
This is the thing, though. The fact that you're just about to say you have no
I don't
confidence
think
in Microsoft.
Xbox is going to though.
That's
They're
a
not going to
shit-
respond.
That's a shitty. Like indictment.
It is what
on-
it is. Like, because
It's
they need
right.
to do the same, bring the same energy, right? Now, look, ABK is a big deal, but it's not going to change this. Like, they need to, do the same thing. So Sony's going to have like 10 freaking marketing deals and exclusives from third parties.
What the fuck?
You know they are. They're gonna just blink. We're just gonna drop mics. Like, it's just the way it is. This is what they do, right? You know how many Microsoft's gonna have? Right? Okay, we'll get something that maybe like 10 people like, and that's just the way it is, right? And like, you need to bring something big, and I don't know if they're gonna do it. It's just, I don't know.
I will say this: if it was just Starfield a part of the show, I would say the big one is Starfield. But Starfield's just going to have its own direct after. So I think the show's actually. I think they're going to have some surprises. I think Xbox understands what's happening, and I hope they have some surprises. I'm not hyped in the sense, but see, the thing is, no matter what they show,
my expectations in check. I'm
I'm keeping it in check, man. I think I'm keeping it in check, but I'm not keeping it in check with. I think I'm keeping it in check in a different way. I'm not keeping it in check as like, oh, the show's going to kill everything. What I'm keeping it in check in is I need to see them actually give me those games. Cool, I'll see the game because I'm judging every like event from Xbox differently now. Like I'm looking back on some of the shows. 2020 was a shit show. Everybody thought 2021 was one of the best shows ever, and then now when I go back and look at it, it's one of the worst because the games that came out from it weren't that good. And last year's show had the 12-month curse on it, and then some of the games that came out weren't that good. Redfall, stuff like that. So whatever. I go back and I look at it. I look at it now. I look at shows as like an NFL or NBA draft now, where the player, you can't judge them until 2 to 3 years later, where you actually see them develop. That's what the games are going to look up as now for me, is I got to see the games develop and get them in my fucking hand and play them and see what they are. And I'm telling everybody, I know people are talking shit about Sony. Yeah, some of their shit is a lot of movie-based stuff where you're just sitting there watching it. And I have to be in a certain mood to play those games, personally. But overall, I'm looking forward to Spider-Man more than anything else right now. Even more than Starfield. Oh, shocker. But that's because I'm a comic book fan. But I think that they're going to come out fucking swinging, bro.
Spider-Man.
Unintended.
Yeah, dude. I beat Spider-Man the first one 3 times, and I beat Miles Morales twice.
You have shit taste for Spider-Man 2018.
Are you going to sit here with 12 FPS right now and talk shit? Look at this. 12 FPS and you're talking shit. You're talking shit?
Frame rate can't
30,
save
dude.
mediocrity. 2018 Spider-Man was so... The worst stealth games I've ever... Stealth mechanics... Oh, the stealth sections I've
Give a
ever
fuck
seen
about
in a game.
stealth. I killed it. The Force stealth was trash.
Yeah, it was bad. You agree with
Yeah,
that?
the Force stealth was trash. Everything else was amazing.
Spider-Man was overrated. Ghost of Tsushima was underrated. And I don't even like Assassin's Creed games.
Ghost of Tsushima is my favorite of theirs.
Ghost of Tsushima was a
very-
beautiful game. Beautiful
So
game.
Ghost of
And it's getting
Tsushima
an
was... I
83.
need to beat it.
That should be 87, 89, 90 in my opinion.
Ghost
Well,
of
not
Tsushima was
90,
one of the
80.
first games that
I'd
had
give that
some
like a 93.
cutscenes,
I
but
loved
it kept
it.
the
It was very
gameplay in
good.
your hands, man. That game kept your gameplay in your hands, and that game
Yeah,
felt fucking
it was
good.
so good.
So good. But with Spider-Man, it's just like the traversal. Even the side missions were dog shit. Chase pigeons or use this environmental bunker this guy has placed everywhere on top of buildings. It's like it's dumb. Like the QTEs became samey every time. Like you see an event happening in the world, you'd go around and it's like the map's like shining red. Okay, let me just go same QTE into the van, press the same buttons right on the analog stick and press B or circle and then get them out. It's just like the same thing. And the combat was so easy because it gave you so many different
this is what I
abilities.
said. I prefaced it with saying I'm a massive comic book fan, so I enjoyed the world and the characters.
That's fair
So that
enough.
is something I prefaced it with. I
Wolverine.
didn't say that it was that.
Wolverine.
Wolverine, I can't. If
thought I was gonna
Wolverine
be
doesn't
mad.
have me. If Wolverine doesn't have me chopping motherfuckers' legs off and shit, then I'm gonna get pissed off.
It
They said
is,
it's
it's
mature. I'm
Apparently
talking
it's
mature.
Yeah.
No,
apparently it's
I
really
want mature, dude. I want like fucking
Logan
blood on the
mature.
screen. Like I want executions, like
Yeah.
in Doom. I want, but in third person where I'm ripping dudes up and then I'm getting shot and blood's
the
everywhere.
comic.
I want mature, bro.
Yeah. Like basically, that Wolverine I'm excited about. It's not even coming in God knows when, but that game is what I'm the most excited about. PlayStation's sweet, but they have this reveal. You're right though. They could just blow our socks off like they did with the big 3. You know that showcase they had, which didn't turn out to be that great. Well, Final Fantasy VII remake, brilliant. Last Guardian, I think it was overrated. I gave it a 4 out
Are you
of
talking
10.
about the 2016 show?
Yeah, 2016. Was
Yeah,
it
The
that's
2016
God of War.
show had God
that-
of War and it,
Horizon.
No, sorry, that's the other one.
Horizon.
Yeah, that was fucking killer. That was bad for
I mean,
Xbox.
but
It was
everybody was looking at
incredible.
like
That's
the
pretty
Guardian
good too, I
movie
think.
or game. Everybody was looking at Guardian like, oh my god, and I was like, I don't give a fuck about this big pigeon dog. I don't
Oh,
care.
man, that was 10
Like, what are we
years in the
doing?
making.
I finished that game. It was clunky.
It was
but
clunky.
whatever.
It was a mess. Like it had none of the soul, in my opinion, like Ico did. Ico was really good. I didn't get into the other one because I never got it. What was after Ico? It was a beautiful game, open world. It was like Ico, basically. What was it, chat?
Don't know.
What was it? I don't even know.
I
but
don't
yeah,
remember. I don't know.
that's kind of like, see, that PlayStation has that flavor. It has that legacy, and I like them.
Not anymore, though.
You know,
That's not
the
what they do
problem.
now.
And that's the thing. Like
They also had Spider-Man in 2016. That was a fucking banger show.
Yeah.
yeah.
Damn. God of War and Spider-Man alone was just like a holy shit moment. I think they had Uncharted then too, didn't they?
I might
Because
have.
Uncharted,
They? 'Cause Uncharted
didn't
Shadow of the
before that,
Colossus.
right?
Thank you, Raven. Yeah, Shadow of the Colossus. Yeah, I mean, PlayStation.
Never mind.
That spirit of PlayStation. I want to see it back. I want to see. A lot of people think
you
you're
gonna get
blind
it back?
Xbox. Yeah, that's the thing. People don't realize, like, I've seen PlayStation become what it is, and it's just become a little bit. It's just become arrogant. it's become this routine third person, like it's just churning it out. Horizon,
AAA game.
I mean,
And now
AAA
they're
is
doing
fine.
games as a service.
I mean, games as a service. Well,
I don't even
I
know
just
what
want them
that's
to be
gonna look like.
wild, a little bit risky. Like back when I was playing Ape Escape, even Parappa the Rapper, and like even Vib Ribbon, man. Like this console was just beautiful. Like PlayStation 1, PlayStation
Quirky
2 days, I loved it. I was in love with my PlayStation. Both of them were chipped, so I had all the games. Then PlayStation 3, they fucked up, which they admit they fucked up. And PlayStation 4, to me, apart from Bloodborne, and okay, fine, Uncharted. I mean, it became a bit stale.
I'm not gonna talk shit. I'm not gonna talk shit because it wasn't stale. Because God of War, they completely revamped it. They brought out
God of War was wicked. Bloodborne was wicked.
God of War was wicked. I'm sorry, 2018 God of War, Spider-Man were
Ghost of
fucking
Tsushima.
wicked. Uncharted 4, I enjoyed that. Ghost of Tsushima was the shit. The story, I would say the gameplay was amazing, but the story for Last of Us 2 was fucking stupid. And then I would say that the gameplay was on point. It really improved on it. I'm not going to sit here and attack PlayStation for what they did. Let's be fucking
that's
real.
Just taste.
Like
That's
I'm
just
not
taste.
gonna even say they're stale. They reimagined a lot of their IPs, and yeah, they put the same formula on it, but they changed a lot of how they handle their IPs. They need to branch out, get first-person games, get a couple other games out there. But hey,
Which
if
they
they're
might do.
making polished big games, then I'm not gonna fucking yell at them. I'm not. I'm sorry. That's just me.
Yeah, but that's the
Yeah.
thing, right? They don't make the smaller, quirky games, and that that's. What
I don't
you-
want those. I have those. Let
Bro,
the indies handle
One
that.
of the best games this gen was Returnal for me. One of the best games this gen. I know it's not for everyone, but I loved Returnal, man. Like it was so good. Like that is gonna be one of the best games for me this gen. Sifu, which is obviously multiplayer, that was one of the best games I've played this gen. Those kind of games, that feels like PlayStation, like the old PlayStation. I know this is a very specific taste. Wolverine is gonna be good, but we don't know anything else for PlayStation's roadmap. What is coming that we know? Nothing.
We know the Star Wars game that had development trouble, and this is why I think they took a year and a half
KOTOR?
to regroup. Yeah, KOTOR. I know that one was coming, right? They announced it, so I think we need to just wait. I think that we're gonna see what's happening now, and I think this year, like I said multiple fucking times, this show coming up in a week or two, whatever it's coming next week, whatever, is what's Jim Ryan's vision, because everything else has been the foundation of Sean Layden. That's it.
Yeah.
Everything. It's basically Jim Ryan maintaining the fucking greatness that Sean Layden laid. And now it's up to see what Jim Ryan's going to be doing. It's all about creating now and pushing things forward and greenlighting the games that he greenlit, because he's been in charge for a couple years now, and now they're going to start seeing games that he greenlit a year ago, 2 years ago, and that's what I'm looking forward to seeing that development of those studios, because that's going to be the foundation that PlayStation has for the next 8 years. That's what's going to be their games, and so that's, to me, is the most telling thing and the most interesting thing when it comes to PlayStation, because I know the games are going to hit. I know the games that are sequels are going to hit. I want to see what they're going to do next, and I want to see what they're going to do on the PC front. I know everybody's like, but I don't give a fuck. I want to see it. I want to see Ghost of Tsushima on PC. I want to see all these games coming to PC. They want to make $300 to $400 million on PC. Yeah, I am, you freaking rigid ass game playing at 10 FPS. I don't want to
This
hear
game
it.
is beautiful. Don't you freaking look at it. Look at it.
Oh, gorgeous, mate. Gorgeous.
It's gorgeous. The world there's so much atmosphere in this beautiful, beautiful game, man.
Do I sound good right now? Because everybody's making fun of I'm on my actual Yeti mic.
No, you sound fine to me.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, fuck you guys in chat. I see it. I see it.
sounds like it clips your top end. I don't know.
Oh, does it? Oh.
I don't know. To me, it sounds that way, but maybe that's just me.
Sounds fine to me. Chat, can you let me know? Oh, shit.
Yeah. Gaz,
Yeah.
you sound perfect, but yeah.
I'm talking shit to the chat now because you know
Now you sound okay.
because I'm insecure about my mic.
When
Yeah.
you like raise up your voice a bit, it seems to clip a bit.
Okay, I think people. I think it's when you're just clipping. You've always had this issue, even on RDX, you piece of shit. You just don't
Yeah,
fix
you
it.
do.
I don't know.
Yeah,
At
just
least
get
I
a
don't look
short
like a
mic.
poltergeist.
That's true. That's true. I don't know what's going on here. No,
Yeah,
but
Colt's like, no way, that's a Yeti. It's a Yeti, dude. It's what I got. I'm connected right now.
you sound fine to me. You sound absolutely fine.
Colt
Nate
lifted
says,
his glasses
you sound
up.
great except for the fact that I can hear you. Oh, my
What a piece of shit.
Oh my freaking! Everything's breaking right now. But look, if PlayStation, look, we've been talking about PlayStation so much on this ABK deal. What will it take for us to be happy? If Microsoft's listening in, they're saying you guys are complaining about Microsoft Showcase. What is it that they would show you guys and chat? Well, let me start with you, Hoggy. What would constitute a great show where you think, okay, Xbox is bringing it back?
I want them to go get an exclusive, at least a marketing deal, but an exclusive big game third party. And the big game has to be something that is just recognized across the board. Harry Potter, like that level. Something that's just going to be automatically known by everybody.
Indiana Jones?
You have Spider-Man. Indiana Jones, I don't know if that's really that big of an IP,
Yeah,
but
not
Spider-Man
anymore.
is massive. There's just no way around it. It's massive. Everybody knows that character. Everybody, right?
So you want like a big AAA, like recognizable IP?
Something, right? Now look, fair enough that Call of Duty is one of those IPs, but that's not something that's happening for years. Even if they get the whole deal done in the next month, they still have a contract with Sony. Call of Duty is still marketed by Sony for 2 years. So that's off the table for a while. I want them to get something big that people will recognize. They market it, and they actually put marketing out there instead of just assuming Game Pass will sell. They need to do that, right? Like they did with Redfall, which was a worthless game to market. But anyway, do that, and then get the advantage to your console, get the advantage to your ecosystem, right? That's what I want to see, right? And it's got to be like, so I would love the marketing rights to GTA 6, though I'm hearing it's probably going to go the other way. As usual, this is what happens, right?
If they did that, that would be mad. If PlayStation managed to get that.
But something like, a DC game like Wonder Woman or something like that, that's more recognizable, right? Something along those lines. That's what I'm looking for, right?
Yeah.
First party's first party. That we already know what's there, right?
Yeah.
You need something that's gonna change like the talk of gaming, right? So when Hogwarts came out, that's what everybody was talking about, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for. But it was associated with PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the talk. It was associated with PlayStation, even though it was everywhere. It's coming out on everything. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It was associated with PlayStation. That's what I'm looking for. They need to recognize that is a thing. You have to have that. So people need to make the association. Hey, this awesome new thing is, it's Xbox. Okay, cool. I will go. They used to do this. They used to do this on the 360. They used to do this on the Xbox original. They just they've stopped doing it, and that's what I want them to change, right? But we'll see. Like you could say maybe Diablo is big. It's kind of big, but it's not as big as something like Spider-Man. It's just not. And you just have to deal with that. To me, that's what I'm looking for, right? It's got to be a big thing that's associated with this ecosystem, because almost all of those are associated with Sony.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't surprise me if all the big games are marketed by them, right? And Microsoft's going to go get another Wolong, which nothing wrong with Wolong, but it's not going to move the needle. It's just not, right? So getting Final Fantasy 16. That's a big deal. Unfortunately, it is. It's just a big deal. And you have to kind of deal with that, right? And Sony knows to go get those things. Yeah. And that's what I'm looking for Microsoft to do.
Well, right? I'm gonna kind of
I agree, but
I'm gonna jump into this. Number one, I know people are gonna hate me for saying this, but whatever they show me, the game show, nothing they show me at the game show is gonna make me go, fuck yeah, Xbox. Nothing. What's gonna make me change my mind on doubting certain things is when I play the game. That's it. So the game show is just the preliminary, like an appetizer. I'm going to be like, ooh, cool. I enjoyed that, but give me the fucking game now. That's all. That's all that's going to change it. As for going and grabbing these third-party deals, I don't like bringing up the 360 because that was basically by necessity. Like, they broke, like, bridges with Bethesda. Like, if you look back, like, Bethesda's talked about it, like, they wouldn't even be in the console market if it wasn't for Xbox. And they didn't make games for PlayStation. And same with a lot of people like Mass Effect. They didn't have a PlayStation 3 version because it was such a bitch to develop for. And then they did develop for it. Games came out broken because it was so bad. So it was almost necessity. What I think is that what needs to happen is Xbox just needs to show what they're going to bring out. stick to your timetables, actually have a roadmap and an initiative plan that you're going to go through and move forward with that. And then give it to the gamers for us to judge ourselves. Because like I said, nothing's going to solve anything when it comes to a show. Nothing. I need to see it to believe it. And so when I play the games, that's when I'll start looking at the next show even with more hype. It's about building trust with your consumers. That's it. So that's kind of where I'm at with that, is build that trust again, because nobody's leaving the fucking ecosystem. I said this on Xbox RDX. I said this, like, no one's fucking leaving. Like, a lot of people say, like, oh, you know, I'm throwing away my PlayStation. Like, you're fucking dumb. No one's doing that. You're here for your friends. You're here for the ecosystem if you enjoy it. And if you like PlayStation, you're going to stay there. It doesn't really matter. So I think that what they need to do is just for public perception of themselves, for new customers, they need to start changing the way they present themselves, the way they market. And yes, I do think that they need to do multiple things, not just get a big Hogwarts or a big IP like Hargeet's saying. I think that's a big thing. They need to start creating those type of IPs themselves so they can lean on them and have that be the foundation. Because right now,
isn't that
if you
a
look
long-term
at,
play? That's like,
I mean, that's, yeah, and you know what? Phil Spencer has been in that position longer than anyone else has ever held it. So this is the long-term play that should be coming out. Starfield, Avowed, things like that should be massive IPs ready to go. Fable, massive IPs. They're working on these things. Perfect Dark, whatever it is, they need to be big IPs. And I'm glad you finally put a real game and gameplay that actually looks like it was made this century. Thank you.
I'm surprised how, well, to me, it's looking quite sharp on Discord. I thought it looked grainy as fuck. But yeah, that's pretty cool.
And third-party deals do need to happen, and I understand the Wolong thing. Hargeet hit it on the head. I completely agree. You need to start locking down some of these third-party deals that are massive, because let's be real, Spider-Man 2 was a second third-party deal, or Spider-Man, the first one, was a second third-party deal. They did not own Insomniac, and they had Spider-Man and everything from Marvel. They talked to them. That's what it is. And if you look at Wolverine, they do not fucking own Wolverine. That is Marvel completely, and they are taking it and basically making a big-ass IP with a very, very known character.
So you don't associate that with PlayStation? What? I don't understand.
Well, Wolverine, I don't associate Wolverine with PlayStation at all.
Why?
That's what I'm saying. Why would you associate Wolverine?
The first-party studio is building.
No, I'm saying the IP. I'm saying the IP Wolverine.
Oh, I mean,
the IP of Wolverine.
Yeah, obviously
I'm
the
saying
game
that,
is, right? Yeah.
Yeah, obviously the game is. It's a first-party studio making it, but Sony Spider-Man, or the Spider-Man that was on the PS4, Insomniac wasn't owned by them. So it was technically a third-party, second-party deal that went massive, and then now they own Insomniac. But Wolverine is not owned by anybody. It's owned by Marvel. Like, Disney owns that now. Like, so it's not Sony, so why doesn't Microsoft do something like that? And I'm not even talking about just comic book. I'm saying a big IP that is like that. Develop something where you trust a studio to grab one of those huge IPs and you make it a 5-year deal, and bam, you never know what could happen.
Okay. I mean, everyone got so annoyed, gets annoyed at people when me and Colt East would say, make those third-party deals in the interim, just do it. People are like, no, because you're copying Sony. I'm like, what the fuck? Do you want like a barren wasteland of whatever the hell?
I don't give a fuck about copying Sony. I don't give a shit about that. I don't care about that. I'm talking about, I don't care if they even put the games on PlayStation. I want more games on Game Pass, and I want more games from Xbox to show that. And they don't have the big like zeitgeist IPs or games like Mario, Zelda, God of War, Spider-Man, Hogwarts. They don't have that at all. Halo used to be that. It used to be that. Same with Gears of War to some extent. Used to be that. It's not anymore. Fucking adjust. That's all.
Chill. Angry words. Everyone's frustrated.
Elder Scrolls might be one of those, right? So when Elder Scrolls 6 comes, that might be one of those, especially if that's exclusive. But like Starfield is a new IP, so people don't recognize it. Maybe Bethesda fans will, but I don't think it's going to have that same level. But Elder Scrolls might be something like that. But that's it. You got to find something that's big. And Spider-Man goes beyond gaming, right? That's why it's big. Harry Potter goes beyond gaming. It's just ubiquitous, right? And that's the thing you get with it. So
Anon said Phil Spencer said exclusives are bad for industry. This is relation to money hiding, which bot said was terrible. Now they're pleading Xbox to do it. No, that's not what I'm pleading them to do. I'm not pleading them to go and just lock down things. If you heard what I said, and I'm not gonna even attack you, man. I get it. I get where you're going from. I get like everything that's happening. I'm saying personally that I want them to develop those things. I want them to go grab an IP that has no game on it. Something like call it a Thor. And I actually said Wonder Woman in one of my older videos. I said Wonder Woman, something like that. Develop it with a studio that you trust. Ask whoever owns the IP, be like, hey, we have an idea for a game. We want to hire somebody. And bam, they fund it thoroughly and make it come to PC, Xbox, and Game Pass. And you know what? If the people just like, MLB The Show, they're like, well, we want you to make it on PlayStation. I don't give a fuck. Do that too. Don't care. Because I want the games first and foremost. I do think that exclusives are fucking terrible for everybody minus the publishers and basically the platform holders. It doesn't do anything for a gamer. Nothing. It does nothing for a gamer at the end of the day. Play where you want to play, man. I hate that shit.
Okay.
I think ultimately it's not good for third-party publishers either because they make less money, right?
Yeah, and look at MLB.
Everywhere.
MLB's like, put it everywhere, bitch.
Yeah.
Yep, and they actually make more money because of it. So
yep, more people played it. It's bigger than ever, they said. That's why they kept doing deals with Game Pass and Xbox. And yeah, AJH, something like X-Men. Fuck yeah, man. I'd take that in a heartbeat. X-Men, Wonder, anything. Not even just comic books. Like, there's so much out there, like Warhammer, fantasy, sci-fi. There's so many books and everything. Star Wars. There's so much stuff out there that they can go, man. That's it.
Goat Review says you're smarter than this, but not offering anything there. Well, like what?
I never said Sony's doing that, Anon. I never said Sony's doing that. I said Sony. I didn't even bring up Sony and what they're doing. Actually, I never said that they're doing that. I said that Sony, when you look at games that they've developed, yeah, it had a lot better support. Look at games like what was that, Callisto Protocol? They provided support to it, and it ran way better on the PS5 than it did on the PC and the Xbox. So Sony has given their developers over to people to help them, and that's awesome. That's actually a good thing. And then they give a lot of money to support it on their platform only, and a lot of those people that get that money focus on it, like Final Fantasy, the 6-month delay for PC. That's all. That's all. Like I'm getting what you're saying, man.
Fair enough.
And this is what it's fair. Like if Sony's doing that, good on them. They're putting that shit out there. Like cool. But I want Xbox to do it because I'm an Xbox fan. I like the ecosystem, not just from the console, and that's what I like. I'm mainly on PC, and Xbox has a massive ecosystem there that I'm a part of, that I play daily on, and I get achievements on, and I play with my friends on. That's why.
I mean, I'm there with you, man. I just feel like if the sink or swim mentality is a bit over, like okay, that's hyperbole. But I think Microsoft has to fix up the fact that it's annoying to say because we shouldn't even be here. Microsoft, remember the narrative 2 years ago, there's going to be so many games that in Game Pass every quarter we're going to be drowning in games. Do you remember that? All Xbox shows were peddling it. We were talking about this cadence of releases that would just be outlandish, and yet still, like, we have very little, and we're still now talking about third-party money-hunting deals because realistically, there's not much there yet. That's why I think Microsoft needs to go hard. And Phil Spencer's interview with Kind of Funny, where he didn't inspire much confidence, but he says, I think, unless he's trying to temper expectations as well. But that's not, you're not in a position where you're allowed to do that because everything should be exuding confidence, and nothing he did in that exuded confidence. It's like, well, I'm in a bad mood. ABK deal's done. I'm sorry. Redfall sucks. I should have sorted it out. It's on us. I won't stop their creative.
Damn, you're hella paraphrasing.
Yeah, basically all the stuff that's literally, if you sum it up, that's what he's actually saying. I think we have a good showcase. It's like, bruh, well, you should be like, we have a brilliant showcase. Yeah. Oh, you apologize for the 12-month plan. No. Paris tried to, soften the blow because it's Paris. And then even Phil Spencer's like, no. It was bad. Like, we failed with the 12-month. Okay. Then what are you going to do? Then you should say, right, to make up for all of that, we have an incredible show. I'm very confident in our show. And I think there'll be something for everyone.
He can't do that. He can't do that no more.
You think it's the regulator stuff? Really?
No. I don't give a fuck about regulars. He can't do that no more because
no.
they've said that for
Because
3 to 4 years now. Like, wait for the show, wait for the show, wait for the show. It's done. It's over. That's done. They can't say that no more. Now that's why he's saying what he said was right. You got to get the games in your hands, and that's all that matters.
Exactly. That's what it is. Until you have controller in hand, it's not done.
He just say, "I can see it." He just say, "I can see it," and he mentions Hellblade in that same.
He mentioned
breath.
Avowed. He mentioned Avowed. He mentioned Avowed having a really good build that he's played. That's to me. I was like, okay, man. Like I hear you, but I need to play it myself, and I don't care any other way. I need to play it, dude. So do you, bro. You know it too. You're sitting there playing 9 FPS and loving it. You need to play it yourself.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm glad everyone is now calling them out. Remember last year? It was just like a few of us dared speak about it. Got shat on constantly. It's just like, what the fuck? Now you see it. Like, but, I hope people don't quickly just accept everything, anything. Like, your expectations should be high. And just before the showcase, I'm going to do, like, over the shows, and I'm sure you gents will as well, ask what the community actually expects. Because sometimes I feel like there's a big divide about, like, people will accept anything. With Redfall, I couldn't believe the amount of people were tolerating mediocrity and nonsense. It was just pathetic. And I just couldn't believe that. I was just like, you tout Xbox, all you fans, the greatness of this brand. Yeah, you're bending over backwards to defend mediocrity. Oh, but it's not so bad. No, if you really believe in Xbox and the quality it can deliver, you should be saying the Xbox can go toe-to-toe with PlayStation.
You could say the same thing of, what was that game from Crossfire X, right? Yeah. It's okay, but it is just that. It's not what you expect from Remedy,
not their
right?
First-party studio.
In this case, it's Arcane, and I'm like, dude, I've played these Arcane games. This has no soul. There's nothing there. It's not an Arcane game. It just doesn't have that same thing, right? It's like, what is this thing? So yeah, it's okay, but that's not good enough. I expected an Arcane game. It just isn't. It doesn't have that soul. It doesn't have that DNA.
Yeah, that's
right?
so
really deviated.
odd.
It's like, what is this?
When you see the end of the game,
issues and
performance issues, glitches. The game is soulless. The game has no soul. It has no soul at all. Like, but when
they're making a game that wasn't Arcane. They're making a game that isn't Arcane. Arcane focuses on not first person, but like single player experiences. And yes, I think Arcane's okay. I haven't played Deathloop yet, so I'm not going to judge it, but I've played the other games that they made, Dishonored. I enjoyed them to an extent, but they weren't my favorite games. I love games like Doom and Elder Scrolls from Bethesda, and Wolfenstein. Those are the types of games that I enjoyed. Do I think that they need to expand? Because if you look at them as a publisher, they make a lot of first person games and they all kind of feel the same. So I think that Bethesda needs to expand also. I think Indiana Jones is going to be massive for them if they hit it right. That's just me.
That's a good shout, actually. That's a good point about Bethesda actually going beyond what they're known for. And Indiana Jones. If I remember the interviews, they were touting like some. They had specific visions for this and quite lofty aims. Obviously, we've heard all this shit before, and Redfall kind of is a slap in the face and a real quick reminder of not falling for the spiel, because I fell for the spiel. I made a bloody video on Redfall thinking, hold on, this looks really good. Well, they showed it off playing the way it did. Horrendous. But, that's a good point, Zorka, about, Bethesda also has to kind of flex its muscles. And Phil Spencer did say this. He said, look, I'm not one to stomp on their creative freedom. Like, if they want to do it, I will let them do it. And that's the right move. No one's telling you to intervene in the sense that, and say, no, we don't like your idea unless it's so woefully bad. It's quality control or quality assurance. How proactive are you in helping out? How proactive are you in sending...
user experience too, man. It's user experience design, understanding things. This is what Sony does. Like they question their developers. They bring the hard questions out. Like Corey Barlog talked about this. A lot of people talked about this. They're like, why do you have this in here? Why do you have this? Why is that there? Asking questions, because if you're in a cave with other developers that think the same way and you're making this and you're thinking it's the coolest thing, it might be a piece of shit. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
I like it. I like that, and to be quite honest, that's kind of what I do at my job. I ask questions to people that want like kind of sometimes the easy route, and I'm like, no, and it's like, sorry, but you need to start doing this, or what about this? And I'll ask questions.
Yeah.
That's the point. And then we push development forward, even though it's harder and it takes harder. It's better in the long run for everyone else.
Yeah. No, fair enough. And I will give some concession. Some, when you do get mergers and acquisitions, I've seen it from my work. There is also this awkward period of post assimilation, or after the merger, where you don't want to stomp on the other entity. Despite even the dominant one, you'll have a larger law firm swallow a smaller one. And you want to respect the autonomy of the other and their structures, and they'll have their own dynamic, and you don't want to overstep that. But with Xbox
This
and
one Kaz,
Bethesda,
is even more interesting. Go ahead, sorry.
yeah,
This one's even more interesting, but go ahead.
So with this case, you're talking about creatives in a creative industry, and that becomes even more poignant, where you, especially Microsoft, you're a software company, you trying to impose yourself onto other creatives who've been in the creative space and have a pedigree and a great reputation. That practically is just not, it's easy for us to say, and easy for me to say, intervene, but doing that, you have to give them a bit of a grace period as well. And until you're staring at the face of like abject failure, where you just come in and say, right, you obviously got this wrong, you needed help. And that's the thing, Microsoft, I sympathize. One, they expanded so fast. Two, they've had this whole dynamic where they've acquired all these, creative outlets, and they want them to flourish. They're battling an old legacy where they've been ridiculed. There's a whole the cartoon animation of the guy chained. Is like, you're gonna make Kinect games. If we type it in, Microsoft Kinect, Xbox, Rare. If you type that in, you'll see that video. People would have seen it in chat. So Microsoft will be very, very reluctant to get involved. Plus, it's a whole wide array of studios that they have. So, they would have trusted Arcane to a certain degree. But this one, it's just the back of so many L's, even though Hi-Fi Rush saved them, because the back of so many L's, Microsoft had to intervene, had to step out and say something. I think the interview with Kind of Funny was actually pre-booked a while ago, and Phil Spencer, being the good chap he is, actually honored that agreement and went on there. It wasn't something to, premeditate post-review to try and damage control. He just actually honored his agreement and turned up there. But that actually exposed a lot of his thinking. His almost like he was very vulnerable. His vulnerability was at play. He was annoyed. This is what makes that interview so good, is because you saw him for the human side of Microsoft, the human side of him. But when he did say that shit, he would have also in his mind, because Phil Spencer's not stupid. Phil Spencer would have also thought, well, let me make this statement. Let me apologize. So I'm vicariously liable, because he's hearing. I think he listens to all of us podcasts, because honestly, he sounded like he was like talking to us.
Fucking quoting us.
Quoting us. Like, how many times have we been saying Xbox console gamers feel like second-class citizens? I've been ranting about that for ages. And he says Xbox.
I literally mentioned quality control in my video, and then he's talking quality control, and I was like, Jesus.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone has been talking about quality control, Xbox being treated as console gamers being treated as first-class citizens, this whole cloud thing as well as a distraction. So it felt like he was talking to us, and I really respect that. There is some hope there. Some PlayStation guys were like, oh, you're putting more stock in Phil Spencer. No, you have to understand, like, at some point, if he's listening to us, he's listening to us. Yeah, the results still have to show, but he was addressing us. So that him saying it also kind of sent a message to all the other studios. I feel that he put that to all the other studios, all the first party studios, where they say, see what happens if we can't be hands off. Look at what happened with the Bethesda and Arcane Austin, and Mr. MN in chat goes, lol, nobody listens to you, nobodies, says the guy who's listening to us in chat. That nobody knows.
About those people. It's not even worth bringing up.
But it's quite funny that he's listening to us saying that. But the irony stays in the face. But yeah, so like everyone, like even Arcane Austin internally, you saw Sadie Boyle saying.
Just to clarify that one, I talked to Phil Spencer 100%. He actually listens to us because he told me directly. Yeah, I watched your podcast. So, screw off. He does, in fact, listen to us.
Oh, shit! Huggy with the sauce!
Well, yeah, of course. Colt works for their marketing team.
Sorry, Colt.
Sorry, Colt. It had to happen.
Man. Oh,
Yikes.
shit.
Yikes.
Yikes. What an idiot. Why would you come out and say that when you're listening to us? At least rephrase it. You talked and he listened to a customer. What do you mean? He was on a showcase. He talked to us and he said to Huggy, I was watching Game On Daily yesterday.
Exactly.
You piece of what?
Yeah, honestly,
Anyway.
these people don't even fucking matter. Who cares? Hey, MN, thanks for listening, bud. Glad you're here. At least you're listening, right? Thank you for the support.
Yeah.
We love you.
Hit the like
and
button.
we appreciate
Subscribe.
you. Hit the like
Exactly.
button.
Thanks.
I love Evil Huggy. Evil Huggy is true. You're coming out of your shell making memes. On Zealot of Gaming, I'm gonna watch
It
all
took me a long
It's
time
really
to
fun.
mold Hargit into the piece of shit he is today, and I'm
Don't
happy.
take credit
I
for
see.
molding Huggy. Huggy is his own creature. He's come out.
He is. I let him out, dude.
I
You know
am
what I
my own
mean?
creature. Guys, anyway, so one thing that's interesting about the ABK deal is you were saying, one bigger entity buys a smaller entity. In this case, it's the opposite, right? They have like 5,000 employees now. They're buying somebody that's 10,000 employees.
Yeah,
That's going to be interesting for them. On top of that, there's
That's a
all
challenge.
these, like, the legal challenges they have, the cultural issues they have. All that needs to be fixed, and how that's going to work out, how they're going to handle it. That's going to be fun for like a couple of years, right? That doesn't get fixed immediately.
Fuck, I don't know
Right,
if that's
so-
fun.
Well, I'm just saying, like, as far as like that's gonna be something that's pervasive throughout that, throughout ABK, and we'll see how that goes. And of course, they'll also be changing their model from the Bobby Kotick, we're gonna ship this by this date. I don't care if you have families, fuck your families. You're gonna go here. You're gonna live here. And, like, that's gone. That, like, the second you're
You just had a baby? Put the baby to code the game. We don't give a fuck. Get it out.
Exactly, right? It's like that's gone, right? Because Microsoft does not do that. They're like, no, work-life balance. You come and do your work, and you go home and do your stuff with your family, right? That is going to change things, and that might like make games take longer. Just things you have to think about, right? It's going to make significant changes to that organization, and changing out the the head of that organization is going to be interesting. I don't know how long he's going to stay.
Yeah.
If he's going to be gone like immediately or like 6 months, a year, I don't know what it is, but the Bobby Kotick switchover is going to be an interesting one, right? Assuming this all
A
happens.
lot of
course,
people are
we
saying
are-
that. A lot of people
don't
are
know
saying
if it
that.
actually happened.
Oops, sorry. Yeah, a lot of people
but,
are saying that.
Yeah.
Do you think
I
he'll
don't know
stay?
how long this stream. I don't know how long this stream was supposed to go. I think we just invaded you.
Yeah, it was fun
And,
because
well,
I was having technical problems. And no, I was just chilling. But
Yeah, no, I saw you on, and I was like, I'm jumping on, dude. I'm saying what's up.
no, it's wicked, man. It's good to do improv. This is why I made this channel, like, just to have fun and just chill. But yeah, shout out anyone in chat. Do you guys want to talk about stuff? Let us know. What do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk about? Otherwise, we're gonna just thank you. Also, honestly, it's just humbling to see 220 plus people on here just to drop in and make some memes.
And you're at
with us.
1.09k subs.
Oh shit! Thank you. Honestly,
Over 1,000 subs. Nice.
Yeah, thank you.
And I hit the dislike button because F you.
You're free to do that, and everyone in chat if you didn't like it. Sorry, it's like
He
it was.
doesn't like it because he's here. Oh wait, I'm sorry.
I mean, this is like a party chat kind of talk. Like it's like.
Right.
We're
all friends.
It is just like a party chat conversation, but it's good to have these kind of natural conversations with everyone. I want to invite people like in the chat watching it one day, obviously you're gonna get some people gonna shout like expletives and racist shit and all that. We'll have to figure out how to combat that. But I would like to have people come in, like we're doing that on Game On Daily. It's just been a while. But yeah, like just get on. They just want to have a two-way conversation. So, you know, you'll have opposing views or same views or whatever. It'd be good to have even MN so we can hear you and your asthma pump as you sit there wheezing.
One bad mother. I'm just listening to you guys scream, so it keeps me awake while I work.
Shout out to Abe, man. Shout out to Abe. Yeah. Thank you everyone in chat. I think we're gonna call it a day. But
yeah,
I
got dinner.
Yeah, I've got to work. It's almost 1 a.m.
He's coming up.
Yeah, I'll get Nick Marseille to join. That little shit. I will get him to join and I will lambast him, and then we're gonna have fun.
He's gonna be one of your best friends after.
Yeah.
You never know. These things happen like that. I'm not a hater, man. But yeah, honestly, thank you so much, everyone. We're gonna call it a day, and take care. I'll figure all this. By the way, this is not UI. All of that. I'm gonna spend significant time and money in fixing all of this. So forgive the quality levels, but thank you. Love you all, gents.
Later, everybody.
See you, and watch out for Zealots of Gaming. You heard it here first. Zealots of Gaming. Zog. Zorka's new podcast starring Shady and Hagi. Ponies, just watch out. Make sure to clip everything and share it.
Fucking please do it.
Yeah, you know.